Okay, sample problem 3.2. Lithium carbonate has a formula Li2CO3, and it was the first mood-stabilizing drug approved by the Federal Drug Administration, the FDA, for the treatment of mania and manic depressive illness, also known as bipolar disorder. Calculate the percent composition by mass of lithium carbonate. Okay, percent composition. So we're going to do all three elements. So let's go ahead and write down their atomic masses. We need those for these calculations. So lithium is element number 3. It has an atomic mass of 6.94. Carbon is element number 6. It has an atomic mass of 12.01. And then oxygen is element number 8. It has an atomic mass of 16.00. Of course, those are all in atomic mass units. So let's do percent lithium first. We're going to do, the chemical formula is Li2CO3. So there's 2 lithiums. So 2 times the atomic mass of lithium divided by, this is an ionic compound. Lithium is a metal. Carbon is a nonmetal. Oxygen is a nonmetal. So we have a metal with nonmetals. So that would mean that we have an ionic compound. So we're going to call this the formula mass. So the formula mass will go in the denominator. Let's go ahead and calculate the formula mass now. 2 times 6.94 plus 1 times 12.01 plus 3 times 16. Okay, so in the hundredths column, well, let's go ahead and use a calculator for this one. It's complicated enough that it'll be more clear if we do that. So 2 times 6.94 is 13.8. There's 1 carbon, so plus 12.01. And then there's 3 oxygens, 3 times 16. And it's 73.89. So 73.89 AMU. That's your formula mass. So we're going to divide this by 73.89 AMU and then multiply that by 100%. Okay, that's going to give us the percent lithium. So 2 times 6.94 divided by 73.89. So 2 times 6.94 divided by 73.89. You got to multiply by 100 though. It's percent, not fraction. So 18.78%. Okay, so almost 19% lithium by mass. Let's do the carbon now. Carbon is, there's only one of them in the chemical formula. We're going to divide that by the formula mass, 73.89. Multiply that by 100%. Okay, so let's see what that works out to be. 1 times 12.01 divided by 73.89 times 100. Looks like 16.25. Okay, so there's our second one, and now we're going to do the percent oxygen. There's 3 oxygens in the chemical formula, so 3 times 16. Again, divided by the formula mass. Times 100%. Okay, so 3 times 16.00. Divide that by the molar mass. Sorry, I keep calling it the molar mass, the formula mass. Times 100. 64.96. Okay, so there's our 3 answers. We're going to do a little check. There's only 3 elements in the compound, so each of their percentages added together, the sum of the percentages should be pretty close to 100. So the first one was 18.78. That was the lithium. The second one was 16.25. That was the carbon. And the third one was 64.96. That was the oxygen. Okay, so 8 plus 11 is 19. 7, 8, 9, 10 19. 8 plus 10 is 18, plus 1 is 19. 6, 7, 8, 9. Pretty close, right? It's not exactly at 100%, but it's pretty darn close. So that checks out. Looks like these are the correct percentages. So in lithium carbonate, the mood stabilizing drug, sometimes called lithium, the highest percent by mass is oxygen at almost 65%, followed by the lithium at almost 19%, followed by the carbon at close to 16%. Rounding issues can come into play a little bit here. Many textbooks would suggest that because this number right here only goes out 2 digits past the decimal point, there's 3 sig figs, that this one would need to be rounded to 18.8%. Furthermore, if you use a different periodic table, you may have slightly different atomic masses, and that'll give you slightly different answers as well. But quite frankly, 16.25% versus 16.23% or 16.27% for carbon, not a big difference. You should get somewhere around these numbers.